Hello everyone. Today in this video we will discuss about another stack problem, which is stock span. Here in this problem, stack span is related to financial problem. Let's say we have a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 daily stock price, and here we need to calculate span of stock price for all 7 days. But before that, what is span? Well, span is number of consecutive days just before that specific day for which price should be less than or equal to price for that specific day, or I can say the current day. Let's see how. Here we have stock prices for 7 days. Let's define the index over here, and below this I have a graphical view of this data where I can have a clear look when it is going down and when the stock prices are up. So with the help of this graph, I can easily calculate the span. But for calculating span, I just need to take care of the left data. Let's say here the first is 100. The span period is just 1, where I don't have any data left to it. So I'll take it as 1. Then for 80, the data left to it is 100, which is not less than. Here the span will be just 1. Then for 60, the data left to it is greater. Rather, I want the data less than. So it will be just 60 for this particular one day. So here it will be 1. Now for 70, the data left to it is 60, which is less than. So here the span will be 1 plus 1. So it will be 2. Then for 60, the data left to it is greater than. So it will be just 1 span. Then for 75, the data left to it is 60, which is less than. And here, if I would have the stock price as 50, that will be in consecutive less than this 75. So it would have been 1 plus. Now for 75, here it will be 1 plus 1, 2. Then for 85, the values less than 85 in consecutive. 75 is less than 85. 60 is less than 85. 70 is also less than 85. 60 is also less than 85. 80 is also less than 85. But coming to 100, it is greater than. So we will ignore it. Now for 85, it will be 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is how we can calculate the span of stock price on that particular day. Let's understand this with one more example where I have these prices of stock. Let's regard it as prices. Here they are for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Here we have a series of 8 daily stock prices, and we need to calculate span of stock prices for all 8 days. Let's see how. Now for the first, for which I don't have any data just before that current day. So here I will take it as 1 span. Then for second day, the price is less than to it in the left. So 1 plus 1 will be 2. Then for the third day, here all the prices left to it are smaller than the current day. So span will be 1, 2 and 3. don't forget to take the current day price also. Here we need to add the current day price and then left to it. Then for calculating 4th day span, it will be the data just before 4th day is all less than. They are in consecutive, so we will take all 1, 2, 3, 4. So here span will be 4. Now for calculating for the 5th day, the span will be the prices just before that, but it should be less than the particular day. Here the span will be just 1 for that particular day. Then for the 6th day, 75, the price left to it just before that is greater than that particular day. So it will be just 1. Then for calculating for 7th day, the span will be just before the prices. This will be added, but 90 is greater than 80. So this will be ignored. So the span will be 1 plus 1, 2. Then for the 8th day, the prices before 120, 80 is less than, okay, 75 is less than, 90 is less than, 100 is less than, 80, 70, 60. These all prices are less than 120. So here the span will be 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So the span will be 8. This is how we will calculate the span of stock prices on this particular days. But how we can calculate? Let's understand this with the help of brute force. Here what we did? First we iterated for all the prices, and for calculating, let's say for the 8th day, we have compared first with 7th, then 6, then 5, then 4 and then 3, 2 and 1. That means we need here 2 loops. So for that I need to write for I in range, which is iterating from 1 to len of price. Why I started from first? Because we have taken the first one span. Why? Because it was the only one which don't have the data left to it. It is only a 1 day span. So here I can say the span of 0 will be 1. Right? And with this we need the other loop which will be iterated in the backward direction. So here it will be for j in range. Let's say for 8 it was iterated just before from 7 to last. So I can say I minus 1 to 0. So here I'll take minus 1 and it will be iterated in the backward direction. So minus 1. And then I have compared prices of I to prices of j. Span will be incremented by 1. If not, it will break there itself. It won't be proceeding further. As for 75, we have compared the value with 90, but 90 was greater than that. So here it will go to else part, will break, span I is equal to 1. So this was brute force. Here we got time complexity as order of n square, as it was iterated the complete loop, and then for each loop it was iterated again in the backward direction. So it will be order of n square. And coming to space complexity, we haven't took any space, so it will be order of 1. Now let's see how we can optimize this time complexity to be order of n. So here I took the same data as prices with 7-day data with its graph. And with this we have indexes over here. In this efficient method, we will make use of stack. So why we are making use of stack? So as to store the high values in it. Let's see how. Here we'll be making use of two variables. First, top of stack, and the second one, current. We will compare these both values. The stack top price is greater than current. We will push into the stack, and if it is less than current, we will pop from stack. And this will be able to see with the help of graph. Here for the first data, as it cannot be compared with any left data, we will take it 1 day span as 1. At stack top, we have the index as 0. Now at stack top, there is 0 index, whereas current is at 1 index. So if we take both price of stack top, if it is greater than current, price of stack top is 100. Is 100 greater than 80? Yes. For 80, 100 is greater than. So what we'll do? We will push into stack. So here we will get 1. And the span will be current minus stack top, which are the indexes. 1 minus 0 will be 1. Now for the next current, 60. Here let's define the indexes also. Now we need to calculate for second index current. So here I'll write second, and at the stack top I have 1. Now if I compare the prices of both, stack top price is 80 and the current price is 60. If 80 is greater than 60, I need to push into stack. If it is not greater than 60, the value will be popped out from the stack. So here I will push the index of current price, and the span will be 2 minus 1, 1, as like this. So why we are taking the stack over here? Because we are taking all the high values stored up in our stack. This we will know here when our current data is at 70, but at stack top is 60, the price which is less than our current data. So what it will do, it will pop out the value less than it, so that whenever the value we will get greater than this, it will ignore all the values lesser than that. Let's see here. For stack top, we have the index 2. So I'll write 2 for the current third index. So here it will be 3. Now for the price for the stack top is 60. So 60 is greater than current price 70. Is it? No. If it is not, so this second index will be popped out. After popping out the value, as we are looking for the consecutive days, it will go to next price, which is at stack top. Stack top now is 1 and the current value is 3. So the prices at stack top is 80. Is 80 greater than 70? Yes, it is. So we will check whether 80 is greater than 70. If it is, we will push the particular index into the stack. So this is how we got 60 price removed from our stack. Now for the span, 3 minus 1, it will be 2. Then for the current data as 60. Here if we check the value before that, it is not less than it. So at stack top, it is 3 and the current one is 4. So the price at stack top is 70. Is 70 greater than 60? Yes, it is. So here we will get the index pushed up. And if we calculate the span, 4 minus 3 will be 1. Now for the next, current data is 75. At stack top we have 4 and at the current we have 5th index. Now we will compare both prices. Stack top is 60. Is 60 greater than 75? No, it's not. So the value will be popped out and the stack top will be 3 now. Now we will compare the recent stack top price, which is 70, and the fifth one is 75. So is 70 greater than 75? No, it's not. So this 3 index will be popped out from here. So 4 index was popped out, 3 index was popped out. Now we will have at stack top 1 index. Here we are just maintaining all the higher values in the stack. That's why all the less values less than 75 was already popped out. Now for the 1 index, which is 80, stack top price is 80. Is 80 greater than 75? This time, yes. So this current value will be pushed into the stack. Now for calculating span, current minus stack top, 5 minus 1 will be 4. Then for the next current value, for 85, stack top we have 5 and the current value is 6. Stack top price is 75. Is 75 greater than 85? No. So this 5 will be popped out. So you can see the values less than 85, 75 is also popped out. Now we have all the values less than 85 are popped out from the stack, and the values which are left here greater than that, which we will compare over here. At stack top it's 1 index and for the current we are having 6. Now we will compare the prices. Stack top, which is 80, is 80 greater than 85? No, this was also not to be included. It will be popped out. Now we have at the stack top 0. Now we will compare the stack top price, which is 100. Is 100 greater than 85? Yes. It has all the values less than that will be in the span, which are 6 minus 0. 6 will be the span for this particular day. Here if we come to its time complexity, it will be order of n. We are iterating it for the one time, and in this iteration we are storing up the value in the stack. Whichever are the higher values will be stored up there, and for the next time we will compare with only its higher values which are in the stack. That's why its time complexity will be order of n. While coming to space complexity, it will be order of n for the stack, as we have taken the help of stack. Now let's implement this with the help of Python program. First we made the stack, then appended the first index as it is, and the span for it will be 1, as it is the 1 day span. So we will initialize the first span as 1. Then we will iterate from 1 to the length of the prices, and there we will check for the each price whether top of stack price is greater than current price. If it is greater than, you need to push it, else it will pop out. And then we have a base condition. If length of stack is smaller than 0, the index will be plus 1. Let's take one more example to understand this base condition. Now we will take the span, we'll be calculating all the span of this price which are for stock. Now for the first day price, let's define the index also over here. So for the first day, we will take the span as 1, as it is a 1 day span. Then for the current, we will start with 1 index. So current will start from first day. Then I'll make a stack over here where I have appended 0 index initially. Then we will check length of stack is greater than 0. Here we have 0 over here. Then we will check top of stack. We have 0 and the current one is 1 index. So for 0th price, 70, is 70 greater than 80? No, it's not. So it is following this condition. Here it will be popped out. And here we have our stack empty. Then we will check at this point of time if length of stack is empty. Here we have empty stack. So span will be I plus 1. For our last example, this stack was not empty in any case. Now for here, this is the base condition. If stack is empty, here we will take the index plus 1. So here we will have 2. And after that, stack will be appended by I, which is 1. Now for the next, current will be at second index. We will check length of stack is greater than 0. Yes, we have 1. Then for top of stack, the 1 index will be compared with second index. So 1 price is 70 greater than 80? No, it's not. It is following this condition. So the value will be popped out from the stack. And here again we got the length of the stack 0. Span will be I plus 1. So I is 2. Here it will be 2 plus 1 as 3. And the stack will be appended with I, which is 2. So here we will get 2. Now for the next time, current is at, or we can say I is at third index. At stack top, it is 2. I is at 3. So we will compare the prices of both. Is 80 greater than 100? It's not. It is following this condition. So again, the value will be popped out from the stack. And here we will get the empty stack by now. So it checks over here, length of stack is 0. So span will be I plus 1. I is at third index. So 3 plus 1 will be 4. And it will append into the stack the current value. Then I will be iterated again for the fourth index. At the stack top, we have third index and the current is 4, the ith. So the prices of both are 100. Is 100 greater than 90? This time it is not following this condition. So here it will be directly appended into the stack. So here the fourth index will be appended. And the length of the stack is not equal to 0. So here we will get I minus stack top. 4 minus 3 is 1 in the span. Then for the next iteration, at stack top it is 4 and at I it is fifth index. We will compare both the prices. Is 90 greater than 75? It's greater than. So it won't be following this condition. And the stack value will be appended with ith index. Here we will have 5. While coming to span, it will be 5 minus 4 as 1. Then for the next iteration, at stack top it is 5 and current is 6. Price of fifth index is 75. Is 75 greater than 80? No. Here it is following this condition. So the value from the stack will be popped out. The fifth index will be popped out. Now, as it is a while loop, stack top is now 4. So here it will check the fourth index price, which is 90. Is 90 greater than current value? Yes, it is not following this condition by now. So here we will get appended index. Here we will have 6. Whereas coming to span, it will be 6 minus 4, 2. Then for the next last iteration, it is at the top of the stack 6 and current is 7. So we will compare the sixth index price, which is 80. Is 80 greater than 120? No, it is following this condition. So the value will be popped out from the stack. Now for the next value in the stack is 4. Fourth index, we have price 90. Again it is following the same condition. So this value will also be popped out from the stack. Now again we have at stack top 3. So here I will replace this with 3. Third index price is 100. 100 is again less than 120. It is following this. So this value will also be popped out from the stack. By now stack is empty. Then it will check whether length of the stack is 0. As we don't have any value in the stack, we will have the current index, which is 7 plus 1 in our span. So here we will have span as 8. And then the span will be returned as this value. Now let's check the output of this program. I got the same output. So this is how we can calculate the span for the stock prices. Hope you understood this concept. So if you like my video, don't forget to give a like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.